So I have become really enthralled with why it is that we resist being ill and we see ourselves as only legitimate, and the only justification for our own lives is to feel a certain way, look a certain way, do a certain thing, be a certain way. Interesting, because we reject illness of all sorts. We forget that we are balls, yes, balls of energy here on earth, running through a spaceless time, a timeless space. So the concept of space and time is something that we've created within our own minds. And our minds are not exactly the healthiest place on earth. All illness begins in the mind, in my opinion. That's where true illness lies. But being physically ill is actually, I think, an extremely important aspect of life and of living here on earth in a physical body in a very dense plane. Illness, I think, is necessary. I'm not saying this out of some theory that I hold. I'm saying this for someone who has experienced illness at various times in her life. I know that some of the most remarkable growth that I have made in my life, some of the deepest insights I have had in my own life, and some of the most tender acceptance of myself. And the path to self-love has come from each and every illness in which I found myself embroiled. So, what am I doing here today? I'm inviting you all to look at illness from a different perspective. For some reason, we have given in to the misnomer, to the untruth that there's only one way to be in the world. And if we're not that way, then something is wrong with us, or that illness means something is wrong with us. No, illness means we're out of sync with the lives we came here to live, and it's simply a guidepost. It's the alarm clock, and it's also the guidepost for getting us back into a place, not of wellness, because wellness, if you heard me yesterday, wellness also includes illness, in my opinion, but to a place of more balance in our lives, to get us back on track for the lives that we came here to live, not because some health department or some government agency said this is what illness is or this is what health looks like. No, it's to get us back on track with the lives that we came here to live, with the energy fields in our own body that we're not honoring. That is all illness is, in my opinion. So, if you are ill today, welcome it. Yes, welcome it in all of its aspects. Bring your entire self into it and amplify your acceptance of it, and watch the magic begin. So, what do I mean by this? When I work with my clients, when they're ill, if they come to me about being ill, I teach them how to amplify the illness. Because I've been in a place of tremendous pain, physical pain, which has caused much mental anguish, because I allowed it to cause mental anguish. That's where I took it to. And I have learned that in accepting the pain and amplifying it, I realized that I was the mistress of it, and that it was serving a purpose in my life. Everything serves a purpose. When we start disabling ourselves by believing that we have no purpose and that the experiences of our life has no purpose, then we actually detract from the richness of our lives. We actually go to a place of tremendous darkness where even the darkness no longer serves us. So I am going to put up on the screen right now something which I want you to remember by Atticus. Atticus said, "We will never get back the life we waste trying to be normal." I love this quote by Atticus. There are a lot of things that Atticus quoted that I love, but this one I think is really important. We will never get back the life we waste trying to be normal. What is normal anyway? Stop trying to be somebody else. Stop trying to what mainstream media has as their own glossed over version of yourself, because you are not what mainstream media wants you to be in any way, shape, or form. You're far more than that. You are this expansive light of energy in a field of energy that constantly glows and diminishes, glows and diminishes, glows and diminishes. And of course, your life will reflect that. So welcome it all. Welcome being ill. Because when we welcome it, that's when we're well. That's where our wellness lies, is in welcoming all of the experiences of life, and not trying to force ourselves to be normal according to what we're told normal is. Do not try to be your next door neighbor. Do not try to be your parents. Do not try to be someone that you admire. Admire yourself being yourself. And here's another thing for you. Sometimes the worst place you can be is in your head. It's in your head that all of these problems start. It's how you approach illness in your own mind, the language that you use around illness that creates this problem, that sometimes the worst place that we can be is in our own head. So let go of all the preconditioning. Let go of all the diminishing of yourself. The dark places that you refuse to go to in yourself is exactly where you'll find the light of your own being. And so, welcome illness. Use it to relate to yourself in a different way, in a more expanded version of yourself. And use it to find out who you are and what you are here for and what is your own dharma, your purpose here. And so, I leave you with this. Never forget how far you've come. Everything that you have gotten through. Never forget all the lives you have pushed, all the times you have pushed on, even when you felt you couldn't. Never forget all of the mornings that you got out of bed, no matter how hard it was. Never forget all the times you wanted to give up, but you got through another day. Never forget how much strength you have learned and developed. Because you are everything. You're not just one thing. So because you've done it in the past, you can do it again. You have it within you. We all have it within us. Look to the universe, which is so generous and is constantly feeding us and nourishing us and nurturing us and giving us everything that we need. Remember, you are simply an energy being. You're an electrical circuit. All you need to do is eat and drink from the highest forms of your electrical circuit. So the highest electrical charges, bring that into your life, bring that into your body. And remember, electrical charges ebb and flow. So sometimes you will find yourself ebbing and flowing. No matter what you eat or drink, no matter what your thoughts are, you will be part of a reflective universe. So I welcome you into my life today. If you please comment below and let me know what illness has given you, taught you, brought to you, gifted you with, and how you will change your perception of illness to realize the incredible gift it can be. If you don't stay in there and wallow in there, because then it doesn't serve any purpose. I welcome you into my life by you clicking onto the notification button and the subscribe button. Thanks for being here. And please join me in welcoming you in all of your own magnificence. You do not need to be like anyone else. Find out who you are and use illness to do so. Thank you all for being here today.